did it.
G'day.
Welcome to Aussie Investors. To my left,
Howdy, howdy.
in bed with a grey beard, it's Keith Grovesy. There you go. You just flashed on and off. And I'm Anzac. And I've had a haircut. I was like that last week.
You did. No. You've definitely had a haircut.
Yeah. And
I think I need a shave.
Yeah, I just did the neck thing. You know how you just shave the neck? Do you just sometimes do that? Yeah. So Grovesy and Anzac, two Aussie investors. For those of you who don't know, we talk about property, shares, crypto.
Yep.
Precious metals.
Yep.
And
NVX.
And if you don't know what NVX is, it's the code for Novonix.
It's our love child.
It's our love child, really. Yeah. Fourth child. It's your fourth child.
Yep.
My fourth child.
Your fourth child.
NVX Novonix, Australian company in America that make synthetic graphite, but that's just
listed on the
all
NASDAQ.
they do. They are a battery. They make the stuff that goes in batteries, and they make better batteries. That's basically what they do.
Yeah, longer life batteries.
Yeah, longer life. They give us longer life as well.
Yeah,
they give us a reason for our lives.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
They give us an obsession.
Yeah, it's good. But don't forget, just to tell everyone, this is 100% financial advice. Listen to everything we say. Hang on. I'm joking.
No.
Don't fucking listen to us. Disclaimer, don't fucking, but I tell you what, you should have listened to Grovesy about a few episodes ago when you said, I reckon the stock market's going to go down. I reckon Russia's going to fucking invade Ukraine. And I mean, that was advice that someone, if they did listen, should have listened to. And you're right. You even said that they're going to wait till after China finish the Olympics. That's what you said.
Yep.
So, but having said that, don't listen to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, well, you can listen to us, just it's not financial advice. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, we've got it right.
It was a lucky guess on my behalf. A hunch.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, you've had some good hunches. Just put two and two
together.
Yeah, you've had some good hunches. Yeah. All right. Now time for Grovesy's. Can you see that?
Yeah, can see that.
Grovesy's point.
Inflation. Point number one, inflation.
Grovesy's points for today. Yep. Okay.
Inflation. Big topic at the moment, inflation.
Yeah. People love talking about inflation. Yep.
I'm not sure if you saw the price of petrol in Sydney, but it was $2.22 here in Melbourne.
I think I just filled up today premium, the wankers that fill premium, $2.34, I think it was.
$2.34.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Can you remember, right, when petrol prices hit $1? Can you remember where you were or the first time you saw it? Where it was like over $1?
I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I do remember it being a significant moment.
Yeah,
like
me too.
A lot of people talked about it because it was always around, it would have been around 70, 80 cents when I was growing up.
It was that price for a long time, wasn't it?
For ages, yeah.
And then, I remember where I was, when I was, I was up at Palm Beach or, close to Palm Beach, like Avalon area. And I remember the 7-Eleven or something up there seeing it. It was a 7-Eleven and it was over $1. And I just thought, a fucking dollar. That's what I thought,
Like, didn't they have to get additional space on the signage or something? I think I remember that happening.
Oh, really? I don't know.
They only ever had room for two. Like $2.
That's a good point.
Numbers.
Like if petrol goes above $9.99, is there space for $10? You know, this is a problem that these petrol stations might have. Those poor petrol stations, you know.
But if it goes to $10, then the world's in serious trouble.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Will it go to $10 one day?
Well, you never know.
Maybe it will be $10, but we'll all be.
We could all be dead.
We'll be dead. No, we'll be dead.
You know?
But most cars, like all cars, will be battery.
Electric by then, anyway. Yeah, true.
And inside every car will be a battery with NVX synthetic graphite or other and cathode and all types of NVX materials in there. Novonix.
Yep. Even in your phone.
In your phone, everywhere.
In your laptop.
In your jetpack. That's what's happening in the future, right? You got jetpacks. Rosie's points for today. Inflation. Yes. Inflation.
Yes. It's a big topic.
Everything's getting more expensive. I could pull up.
And it's all related to point 2. Oil. Yeah. Price of oil.
Yeah.
Because, to distribute anything in most cities requires petrol at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it all flows down the supply chains.
Who did I say that to? Was it you? I said to, when petrol price goes up, everything goes up. No, it was my father-in-law. I said that too. I said, when petrol price goes up, everything goes up, because he's a cleaner and a gardener, but he's still got to get to places, So
I guess one of the questions I was thinking about today was, is this going to be help growth in the economy or not help growth in the economy?
Expensive petrol prices.
I came to the conclusion, I guess it's good in one hand, in that we all might get a good pay rise to keep up with the inflation. But it's bad in that, everything's going to go up. So does that mean people stop spending? I don't know at this stage. It's an interesting point in history, I think, because everyone's cashed up from COVID.
Yeah.
And there's so much money in the system at the moment. Will it actually stop the growth of GDP over the next 12 months? Or will it actually be a good kick to get people's wages to go up so they can afford their mortgages as well? Everyone's got massive mortgages.
Will this oil prices going up make wages go up? I've never thought of that before.
Yeah, no. And globally, will it mean the share markets will drop, or will they actually take off? If people's wages go up, they're going to spend more, and if prices go up, then you would assume stock prices go up at some point once they release their results.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was a bit perplexed.
I know too. All right. So inflation, people love talking about it though. But I mean, I read something about secondhand cars have gone up like 44% or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's happened before this oil going up,
which is it's a supply chain issue, I guess. Well, and that's the other thing, isn't it? Like, we've got all these supply chain issues at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're
which
saying
relates
today,
to the next point: inflation, Australian government incentives.
Yeah.
What did you say? You said supply chain
issues.
Yeah, supply chain issues.
But as you're saying today, the last time we had this sort of crisis.
Yeah, I like this talk. I was listening to
was in 1978 or 79.
Yeah, it was ABC Radio or 702 or something, and which is probably ABC Radio. Yes, it is. And it was talking about a time in the past, in the 70s, that oil prices shot up, and maybe there was a limit on how much you could get. There was the joke, "Oh, give me enough petrol so I can get back to the start of the queue and get to the front of the queue to get this petrol." But from that, they were also talking about the good things that came out of that, which was that cars, like a lot of cars, became small and 4 cylinders and tiny little beep beep cars from Japan.
And I think Japan started to produce 4 cylinders, 4-cylinder cars
from that. And if you look at, like, there's still big cars now, don't get me wrong, and there always will be. However, that did change things, you know. Because and are we, you know, now we're facing it, oil prices going up, and they did go down last night, but regardless, they're not going to keep going down. They're going to keep going up. So we think
they went up to $130 a barrel. Now they're about 95. So gone up massively, but will this make the transition to electric vehicles?
Exactly. Quicker? That was my point. I was trying to make big cylinder cars. They made little cars, but now we don't have that option, but we do have the option that everybody knows, which is electric vehicles. That's the answer, you know. Electric vehicles are a big push towards them, you know. In the marketing, did you see Volvo's ad for them? You know, it's all about climate change, you know, like it's climate change. But really, Australian government incentives, you know, I'm trying to get my point here right, you know.
Well,
it's not about
today
climate change.
ScoMo,
like they're not giving out government incentives to, you know, they're not saying, oh, okay, you know, we're doing this to save the planet. They're saying we're doing this so we don't have supply problems. And
it's become a national security issue, like a political issue now, because countries like Australia and the US don't want to rely on countries like Russia going forward, or China.
It's not an like it is an environmental thing, but that's seen as more of a problem. That's the talking point is that we need
previously it was about climate change.
And what if we need this shit and China's got that shit or Russia's got that shit and says, fuck off, America, we're not fucking giving it to you. Fuck off, Australia, we're not going to give it to you. What the fuck do we do then?
Then we're screwed.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just huddle around a campfire and we'll light a big flame and we'll cook some fucking marshmallows. That's what we'll do.
That
doesn't sound too bad.
But you're right. It's gone from being a climate change issue to now being a security issue. Which has overtaken the climate change issue. I
so it's like, oh look, we don't have the security issue if we, you know, control our own production that goes into these batteries. Okay, America's thinking that, exactly what NVX is. But on the plus side, we don't destroy the world as well.
But that's kind of secondary now, I think.
Secondary
national security
doesn't matter. The life of the planet doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It ties into point 3. Do you want to bring up the article about what ScoMo announced?
You see how quick that was? Am I getting better at this? You said boom. Can you see that?
I can't see anything though.
Do I need to stop share? Okay. All right. Sorry. Share screen, desktop. How's that?
Oh, yeah, can see that now.
Yep. Click to unmute. Should we watch a bit of this? Click to unmute. Yeah, I want to unmute it. I fucking clicked on it. There. Oh, well, let's fucking mute it. I'll just mute that shit. This is an ad. You see this? I haven't seen this, okay? I could read a bit. Okay. Click to unmute.
Between what happens on our west coast, on our east coast, is incredibly important for how we defend our nation, and to have the capability to support those efforts is absolutely critical.
Hang on. Morrison announces 4.3 billion investment, so it's quite a bit of money, to establish a large vessel dry dock. Are we listening to the right thing here?
Yeah, I don't think that's to do with this. If it's got about what the article is. So it says federal election 2022. Move away from
Australia,
China.
Move away from China with electric car manufacturing. Okay. Yeah. Prime Minister will make an announcement related to electric vehicle manufacturing in Australia, becoming less reliant on China.
China.
And the
Ruskies
will announce 243 million in grants for manufacturing projects that will enable Australia to seize the day, Grovesy, seize the day, seize on the rise of electric vehicles and reduce global reliance on China for crucial rare earth materials needed to make them. Does he talk all like that? Does that sentence say anything about electric vehicles are better for the fucking world?
Yeah, no.
No, it doesn't. It says it sees on the rise of electric vehicles and reduce the global reliance on fucking China.
Yeah.
It doesn't say reduce the impact that fucking burning fucking oil has on the fucking world, does it?
No.
It's all about China.
The China.
In a speech to the Western Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Prime Minister will on Wednesday, what day is today? Today's Wednesday. Outline funding for major private projects that produce critical minerals or are involved in manufacturing batteries.
Yep.
If you are making a battery right now, would you want the best material in there that gave you a battery that lasts the fucking longest?
100%.
Who would want a fucking shit battery? Tell me one car company or one fucking consumer that was like, I would like to buy the shit battery.
I'm happy with my mobile dying after 40 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
How frustrating is that?
Wants synthetic graphite and they want the best shit made, which is fucking Novonix.
Yep.
Stop me if I'm wrong. Like anytime I'm wrong, let me know. This doesn't mention Novonix, but it's fucking about NVX. These, why did I say it with an American accent? Because it's difficult with ScoMo. I can't do his accent. These projects are about manufacturing the products and materials Australians need and the world needs by making them right here, Mr. Morrison said. This is good news for Novonix.
Yeah. And this, I think you predicted this, that this was going to become an election issue. I think you've said this before.
I fucking did. And I didn't just say this is an election issue. I said this is the biggest, I said this will be the biggest fucking election issue for 2022. We're voting this year, right? This is a vote year.
Yep. In the next, the election hasn't been announced, but in the next couple of months, it's going to happen.
What a Gumby. Look at this guy's face. Look at him. Looks like he's doing a shit. Come on, ScoMo. Squeeze it out.
Squeeze out another promise.
Okay, Australia is lucky. We're the lucky country to have some of the largest reserves of the critical minerals and metals which drive the modern global economy, he said. It's fucking true, isn't it?
It is. We're very lucky. Yeah.
We're very lucky. I know I touched on it last week a bit. I said when we were talking about, or maybe I did, I can't remember fucking last week because I've got a 2-week-old baby. But I was telling somebody, I think I was telling the lady in, I had to buy some shoes, some ballerina shoes for Isabella in the ballerina store. Somehow we got talking about the war. And I said, if Ukraine had no critical minerals and metals, like if Ukraine didn't have any fucking gas, or Ukraine had nothing, Russia wouldn't be interested,
Exactly. Yeah.
And
they wouldn't give a shit about it.
Exactly. Australia's got fucking heaps of the shit,
Yeah.
Got gold, we've got lithium, we've got fucking iron ore, fucking just anything you want. You dig up a bit of dirt and you can sell it to someone.
Yep.
My point is, think of this, Grovesy. How many countries in Africa have shit? No, that's not my question. My question is, how many countries in Africa with no fucking critical minerals and metals or stuff to mine are at war or have problems? Fucking none.
Yeah.
That's not a question. I just answered it.
Yeah.
But if a country in Africa has fucking oil or diamonds or fucking gold or anything, boom, problems. Same with Ukraine. That's why they want it, because they got shit. But China currently dominates around 70-80% of global critical minerals productions. Do you think America is happy about that?
No, but when I read that, I thought, well, that's a massive opportunity for America and Australian companies
huge for Australia
to get into that market, and even more so for Australia. To actually grow these industries. Like, these industries are going to be the Fortescues, the BHPs of the future. There's going to be big companies come out of these little minnow miners.
And dare I say it, they're not going to be oil. They're going to be
they're going to be lithium. They're going to be synthetic graphite. Graphite.
They're going to be making fucking batteries.
They're going to be nickel. I mean, look at the price of fucking nickel at the moment. Nickel went absolutely
spastic ape shit.
Actually shut the LME exchange because it went up 250% in a day.
Yeah. Shout out to my mate Jamie, who told me to buy nickel. I'll send this to him. He's a smart kid, but he's from New Zealand, so maybe we'll just take that back.
He's our demented cousin.
The what?
He's our demented cousin.
Yeah. It's like our demented half brother.
Yeah.
Over the ditch. That's how we keep the Kiwis, right? That you keep in the attic.
Our sheep shaggers.
Shut up there. Okay. The 90 billion. Okay, there you go. So it's great news. Blah, blah, blah. Who's this wanker? Oh, some energy wanker. There you go. Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Stop share.
Well, then I guess it ties into what we were just saying then about Novonix. There's a big opportunity.
Let's talk more about Novonix.
And potentially, maybe Novonix might get some Australian government grants. I mean, we've been talking about US government grants.
Why the fuck can't
Why wouldn't they? Why can't they? They're actually an Australian company.
They're an Australian company. The fact that they're in Chattanooga doesn't matter.
No, they're on the NASDAQ. Like, they've got a huge market cap.
And do they have a lithium mine in Queensland?
No, they've got a graphite mine.
Sorry,
a
graphite mine. So they got one in Queensland.
Yeah, which maybe they might get some subsidies from the Australian government for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was my immediate thought when I read that article. I thought,
I didn't even think of that now.
If they're starting to give them to these rare earth ones, then graphite's a significant part of a battery. Why wouldn't you give a grant to try and get production going?
Graphite is not a significant part. It's the heaviest part. It's the biggest part.
The heaviest part, yeah. It
is huge.
Yeah.
A lithium battery is called a lithium battery, but lithium is not the biggest component of a lithium battery. It should be called a graphite battery. From now on, let's not call it a lithium battery. Let's just call it a graphite battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and nickel makes up a big component as well. But
yeah,
graphite's a big component. Yeah.
All right, but before I go on to, I did meet a bloke last Friday. I was with my sister, and my sister said, Julian does a podcast where he talks about crypto.
Yeah.
And I was too tired to kind of argue. So I don't talk about crypto. I mean, we do talk about crypto. There's nothing, I've got crypto. I got my Bitcoin. I got one Bitcoin and some ETH and some Dogecoin and SHIB and a few other ones, right? But
Shiba Inu?
We don't just. Sorry, what?
Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu. Yeah, I got some Shiba Inu. Yeah. But we don't just talk about crypto. Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people that just talk about crypto. But if you just talk about crypto, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my point.
It's one component.
Yeah,
well,
it's just one component. But
of the whole financial system
that don't talk about crypto are, a beer short of a six-pack, a sandwich short of a picnic. They're loonies. They're loonies.
Yeah.
They're passionate. Rude. They're fucking
they're
crazy.
passionate about it. Yeah.
If you say to someone, I do a podcast on property, shares, crypto, gold, investing, and fucking VX,
Yeah.
Well, this is someone who's got his shit together and intelligent. If you just do a podcast on crypto, you're lunatic. Anyway, so I met this bloke, and his name's Nick. Really nice guy. Hello, Nick. He
G'day, Nick.
told me he bought some lithium shares. I think for not much, but he made a bit of money. He sold them at 20 cents, and now they're $2.
Wow.
So he's kicking himself. I didn't get to
Which
say
Which company was that?
I didn't ask. I didn't get an opportunity. There's a few people there, but I was quite interested. But he sold at 20 cents, and he said they're $2 now. So there's probably a few. But it sounded like in this little story told me he needed the money for something important then. And if you need the money and you've made money and you sell them, and I mean, all for it, that's good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you make money, you got to be happy.
It's good. That's
good. Why I look at it.
And it does happen. Happens to me. Happens to you. You've sold shares that are worth more now, or
you kick yourself,
you've had shares that are fucking worth more before and have gone down. I guess that's my point. But if you don't have to sell shares now, and you don't have to sell, like stocks, like these growth stocks in the EV, developing batteries, renewable energy, don't fucking sell them, because they're the ones that are going to go fucking apeshit. Okay.
Yeah. And they like we've always said, one of these stocks are going to become the equivalent of like a Microsoft in 10, 15 years.
Yep. And
like they're going to
specifically,
take
which
off
one?
At some point.
Novonix. Not that that's financial.
That's what we hope. That's what we hope anyway.
Hope. Yeah. But I mean, it ticks the boxes. Yeah.
What you're talking about, if you bring up the email that you just sent to me earlier tonight.
Yep. Okay.
It's got that quote from Elon. It's got the quote from Elon Musk.
Oh, it was good, Dad.
That was brilliant.
Well, hang on, how do I do this? Desktop. Can you see that?
Yep, can see that. Because it's what we've always talked about. Remember when your sister was looking at buying a place and she wasn't? Yeah. So
Okay. This is. I got a shout out to my mate Rich. He's my old schoolmate. Known him for 40-something years or 30-something years. Hey, Rich. He sent this to me. He sent this to me. Elon Musk. Okay. I don't know. I can't do Elon Musk's accent. Can you do his kind of weird South African?
I don't know. No, I don't know what it sounds like.
I'll try it in my South African accent. Okay.
Yeah.
Is a general principle for those looking for advice from this thread. It is generally better to own physical things like physical things like a home or stock in companies you think make good products than dollars when inflation is high. I still own and won't sell my Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Doge. What's this mean? FWIW.
I don't know.
FW, maybe Rich would know. It's not FOMO, fear of missing out. Is it something to do with that? Fear with ice witches. Fear with ice witches. Ice with Frozen. Elsa. She's an ice witch.
Elsa.
Yeah. Fear with ice witches. Thank you, Elon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Elon.
His point is a very relevant point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because having cash, and look at how much house prices.
Oh, you mean this part of it too? Then dollars. So
then
dollars. So don't have cash. Why would anyone have fucking cash?
Well, I mean, you can have cash, but your cash is getting eaten away, and that's what we were explaining to your sister.
Yeah.
That by just having money sitting in the bank getting 1%, whilst it's risk-free.
You don't get 1%, cuz.
Or 0.2% or whatever it is at the moment for a term deposit.
Yeah.
It's risk-free, but if inflation is going to run at 3.5%, then your money's actually going backwards 3.5% a year, or 2.3% if it's 0.2% or whatever you're getting.
Yeah.
So
it's
key
just like
is
a walking
invest.
advertisement for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. Good old Elon.
Yeah. He loves it. Yeah.
And this came right from Rich. Look, 16%. He's running on 16%. Charge your fucking phone, Rich. Look at that, 16%. Okay, what else do I have? Can I pull up some other things?
Yeah.
We've done that. Oh, this is. Yeah. It's actually, this was a couple of weeks ago. Wow, she's quite cute.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
She's closing her eyes.
Is she Greek?
I don't know.
Greek.
But I like that look, nice hair and closing her eyes, and she's giving it a bit,
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Nicole. Oh, you said Greek because of this name.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what do you think she looks Greek? Petalides. No, that's
Petalides.
Yeah, isn't that Spanish? I don't know. Can we watch a bit of this? This is on Novonix. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh, it's on Novonix. Oh, cool.
You haven't watched this. I put this in our WhatsApp, Novonix.
No, I don't think I saw this.
Okay, let's watch it.
Go for it.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Nicole Petalides live in
Petalides. But 2 L's in Spanish is paella. Yeah.
New York City. Glad you're able to be with us. We have an interesting, very special guest with us now. Our next guest live from the NASDAQ market site, Dr. Chris Burns.
Dr. Chris Burns, can I hear for Dr. Chris Burns?
I love Dr. Chris Burns.
Co-founder, CEO
of
Novonix, trading under
Novonix.
Oh, we've made another news story. How good's this?
Yeah, you didn't see this. Slip through the fingers.
Dr. Burns, congratulations, listing earlier this month. Big news here, making batteries, and this is the smarter battery.
Making batteries, and this is the smarter battery.
Smarter.
Tell us more about it, what people need to know about Novonix.
This is good. Are you excited?
Yeah, I am actually. I haven't seen this.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole, for having me on, and it's very exciting to be listed here on the NASDAQ.
Fucking oath it is.
Oh, look at that. NASDAQ.
NASDAQ. No, NASDAQ. Novonix.
Novonix. How good does that look?
I couldn't look better.
Focused on supporting the growth in the supply chain. So we've been focused on developing materials and technologies that are going to last, provide longer life, higher performance batteries.
Provide longer life, higher performance batteries. So they last for longer, and you can more charge, basically.
Yeah.
More charge.
Better performance.
Better performance.
Yep.
Really targeting.
Like, think of it like, not to be crude, but it's like, it's a bit like rooting. You know, you want to go for a decent amount of time, but you don't want to be like, you know, you want to be like, know what I mean? No, you don't want to go for a long time. I take it back. Let's just focus on this.
Vehicle and energy storage sector. We're seeing so much growth there and commitments from the auto OEMs and the consumer.
The what? The auto what?
Auto OEMs, original something manufacturers, I think it stands for.
We just want to see more and more
car makers, essentially.
Electric vehicle options and supply of those vehicles. And our biggest challenge right now is making sure we have enough of the critical materials to support all of the cell manufacturing.
Well, so
that ties in what we're saying.
Biggest problem is having the what did he say? Having the
critical materials.
So the stuff they use to make synthetic graphite, which is coke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So that's not a problem because they're in bed with Phillips 66.
Yep.
So our biggest our biggest challenge is making sure that they're getting coke. I'm not talking about the coke, you know, like what's that? Say hello to my little friend. What's that movie? Scarface. Not that coke.
Yeah. No.
The coke, like the coal, the burnt coal or whatever.
Petroleum coke.
That they use to make synthetic graphite. Well, that isn't a big challenge, Dr. Chris Burns, because you're in bed with Phillips 66, one of the biggest fucking companies in Australia, let alone in the world, let alone America.
Yeah.
Like
top 50 company in America.
Oh, it's more than top 50, isn't it? Top 15 or top 10 or something?
Yeah, it could be top. Yeah, it's pretty high up.
Mate, it's fucking huge. Yeah. And Novonix is in bed with Phillips 66.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phillips 66 owns 16% of Novonix.
Who are they going to give their coke to?
Yeah.
Okay? Are they going to give it to Scarface? No, they're going to give it to Novonix.
Exactly.
Let's keep listening. We've got it goes for 6 minutes. Okay, we'll see how long we'll get through.
And that's really where Novonix is focused.
Oh, yep, here we go. Founded to 12, Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah, and as you're doing this, your battery solutions provide and include performance testing, prototypes, services, equipment sales, and working with all of these companies because everybody obviously wants to turn to EV at some point, but
they do. Everybody wants to turn to EV. You ask all the mums and dads at your school, Grovesy. You say, do you want a combustion car or do you want an electric vehicle? Everyone wants a fucking electric vehicle.
Yep.
Everyone.
Particularly the price of petrol at the moment, definitely.
It's not just so simple. What kind of partnerships do you have? What would you like to see happen ideally? What is it that you're working on to move this forward?
So we've been very focused on developing technologies and, as you said, providing services, equipment, and partnerships across the sector, really working with the cell manufacturers and a lot of the automotive OEMs. And now the big opportunity ahead for us is to be able to provide materials into those companies' supply chain. So in Chattanooga, Tennessee, we have our
Chattanooga. It's did I tell you it's like a country music town?
Yeah.
Country music.
Yeah.
Synthetic graphite based business, and synthetic graphite is one of the primary anode components in the battery.
One of the primary, so it's the biggest anode component in a lithium battery, the heaviest component of a battery.
And it can be used to provide these very long life, very high performance batteries that you need.
Very long life, very high performance. I just like to fucking listen to this shit.
Need to see in vehicles and energy storage systems. So some of our big partnerships are with automakers and cell manufacturers. Most notably, we have agreements with Samsung and Sanyo.
What the fuck's with this? Look at this, Grosy. Up, down, fucking down.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I blame the Russians.
Cell making division, Panasonic. We're interested in seeing our materials come to mass production scale to be able to support these domestic cell manufacturing plants.
Exactly. Like they're not at mass production scale.
No,
they're not.
In 10 years, they're hoping to have 150,000 tons.
Yeah. I mean, they might get there and, they might get there before 10 years. But the fact is, they're not making it now. This is not a value stock. It's not a BHP where they're already making this shit. It's a growth stock where they're planning to. They want to make this shit.
They're building. They've built the factory.
What are you getting up to take a piss or something?
To get some money coming through the door.
What? Oh no, What are you getting up to take a piss or something?
No, I was just up. My phone was dying. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which are all being announced, being built, and being expanded. Really for this kind of 2025 explosion in production of electric vehicles that we're going to see.
Which 2025 is not far away.
Fuck no.
3 years away.
3 years away.
Yeah.
Companies you mentioned, Samsung and Sanyo. I saw also you have Huawei and Honda and Dyson and Alcatel-Lucent, just to name a few. I mean, you're working with some really big companies, Panasonic. As you work with these huge companies, at the same time, we talk about the electric vehicles and what we need for these batteries, all these rare earths and materials. China really has a grasp on many of the materials that we need.
China has a grasp on many of the materials that we need.
Yep.
How are you moving it forward? You did mention in Chattanooga, I think you said. What is it that
Chattanooga.
We're trying to get away from our dependence on other countries, right?
Well, it's not much of a question. We're trying to get away from our dependence on China. Why not just say China?
China.
Why say other countries? It's China.
Yeah, we've seen the battery sector grow so much over the past decade, and all of that growth has been backboned by China expanding battery plant manufacturing and as well the supply chain to serve those battery plants. And, over the past number of years
there you go. Signed Philip 66.
Love it. Began
trading on the NASDAQ. We just thought the share price would go fucking nuts, but it really hasn't, has it? No.
Well, the day they listed was the day Russia invaded Ukraine.
Fucking Russia.
And the markets tanked.
Yeah, fuck Russia. Really sick of fucking Putin.
Putin.
Just suck a poo.
To Nevada, LG made early investments in cell manufacturing in Michigan, and now in the past 12 months, we've seen so much acceleration compared to the 10 prior years, where people want to and need to build the batteries here onshore in order to not have the reliance on China. But the challenge that's presented with that is that...
Did you see that big blue building?
Yeah, how cool is that?
Big Blue, they call it, as you told me, and used to be Boeing. Isn't that so cool? Yeah. That's a big building. They're going to make a lot of fucking synthetic graphite there. That's all I'm going to say.
The supply chain to feed these plants almost exclusively exists within China because it was where the only cell plants were. So now that we've seen this shift and this commitment from cell makers to build the batteries in country, we need to also see that commitment to bring the supply chain here. And that's going to lead to opportunities for new entrants, new technologies, and growth, significant growth in existing technologies. And we're playing a role in that, and we want to support that growth to be able to further reduce that reliance on the Asian and specifically Chinese supply chain feeding those electric vehicles.
Right. As we talk about some of the tailwinds, obviously you have the government on your side with...
I don't like saying the government's on your side. I like saying you're in bed with the government. And I also like to say they're rooting with hats off.
Yeah, they're snuggling.
They're not fucking snuggling, cuz they are going hammer to toe rooting.
They're going up the back door.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus. Don't go there. I wouldn't go that far.
Folks trying to do things better, technological advancement. At the same time here, there must be some headwinds as well, including costs. I must imagine that, when things are first created, they cost a lot. And as we move along, the decades pass, things become cheaper, faster, and done in a better way. Where are you in the headwinds? Because the tailwinds, you have some good ones.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The tailwinds are all very prevalent, from the consumers to the private sector to the public sector, and the bipartisan infrastructure law now containing significant direct funding to support this supply chain.
Yeah, I mean, when are these fucking American grants gonna come?
These loans are gonna come soon.
Soon. Have they all been approved? Like,
it's all it's gone through law, but I think it's a matter of releasing the funds now.
Just fucking do it. Give Novonix some fucking cash.
Give us like 100 million US.
Yeah, fucking at least, mate. At least.
You know, it is not smooth sailing. The biggest headwind is the competition with the need to scale so quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. Their problem, it's they got the best product. They got fucking cash coming out of their ass.
275 million still sitting in the bank.
Their problem is being able to scale fucking up quick, or in other words, make their shit quick.
Yeah, 100%.
They've got the buyers. They've got the best product.
The demand's there. It's about meeting.
It's fucking there. All they need to do
providing the supply
is fucking make it, is scale up and fucking prove to the fucking the big companies, the VW, the I almost said Holden, the General Motors, the Ford, that they have the best. They don't have to fucking, you know, they do the battery testing. They know they got the fucking best. Everybody, they just got to fucking make the shit.
Yeah.
The number of battery plants that are going to come online in 2025 is going to support hundreds of gigawatt hours of battery production to produce vehicles for all of the OEMs who are committed to making these electric vehicles.
And they are committed to making these electric vehicles. Every fucking single one. The last one to get on board was Toyota, but they are fucking committed as fuck. Everybody's committed as fuck. Is there a car company now that's like, oh, we're not going to go the electric vehicle way. We're going to fucking keep burning oil? Nah.
No. And that's been proven by the TV ads that you see. Every TV ad now is for either
just fucking
a hybrid
Google
vehicle.
Every fucking car company that is a car company is going electric vehicle. Every fucking one.
Of new technology companies and new companies scaling their production processes onshore, their challenge is being cost competitive when they're early and small scale compared to the existing incumbent Chinese supply chain.
The existing incumbent Chinese supply chain.
Yeah.
So, the Chinese are making synthetic graphite. It's not as good, and it comes from China. And I'm not saying it's, you know, China's not a bad place, but I'm just saying it's on the other side of the fucking world from where VW need it, which is Chattanooga.
Yeah, and it's not as environmentally friendly, the stuff that they make in China.
No. Remember, we talked about how they send it to Mongolia because Mongolia has less, you know, in making their synthetic graphite, they have it in China. They send it to Mongolia because Mongolia has less restrictions on what they can and can't do in producing it, and makes more waste.
Yeah.
You know, but the Chinese are like, let's fucking just fuck up this other country, you know?
Yeah.
And then they get it back in China, and then they send it to fucking America, you know?
15,000 miles away.
Yeah. Half the world away.
Yeah.
And how far is Novonix from VW or General Motors? Like 30 minutes?
Half an hour or an hour at the most.
It's a fucking no-brainer, Grovesy. It's a fucking
100%.
Like, sometimes I just watch this shit and I just think, this is fucking incredible. You know, it really is incredible.
It's just about patience.
I can see a light right behind your head. It's like you've died and gone to heaven and you're God.
I've gone to Novonix heaven. Listening to our Messiah.
It's God. God is telling you, buy some Novonix.
Buy more Novonix.
Yeah. God.
What else is he
speak to God, that's called religious. If he speaks back to you, that's called you're fucking crazy.
That's what some of these companies are going to, likely overcome some of those headwinds.
That's my mate Lee told me that. Shout out to Lee.
When support from the government is going to help these companies like Novonix grow more quickly and become more competitive more quickly. And we have seen tariffs be used in the past and other things in order to make sure that the United States can be competitive as it brings.
Okay, so what's he talking about there? So he's talking about setting tariffs on the Chinese shit that they bring in?
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because is there tariffs on the Chinese shit they bring into America or not? There's not.
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah.
No.
But anyway.
But I think he's saying to make Novonix and American companies more competitive, that they should start putting tariffs on the Chinese stuff.
Yeah, well, he said it. They've just got to start making the shit first,
Yeah. Yeah. Scale it up.
It's an emerging
Scale it up. Scale it the fuck up.
sector to its own economy, which is going to play such a critical role over the course of this decade.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's great to chat with you, Dr. Chris Burns. Congratulations, co-founder and CEO of Novonix, live from the NASDAQ at the NASDAQ market site here in Times Square, New York. Thank you very much for being on with us. NVX is the ticker symbol. Thanks.
Thank you, Nicole.
I like Nicole.
What a great video. That was awesome.
I just want to see Nicole again. I think she's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. She's quite cute, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. That's a nice one. Oh, she's just blowing me a kiss. See that? Hey, Nicole. Oh, fuck. Okay. What else are we going to talk about? That's it.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
It was a good one.
It was a good one. It was.
Good topics, I think.
Great topics,
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about buying some more NVX.
I have too, because it's new. It's around $5.
And it's been, well, look, we can't end without doing this, okay? Can I do this?
Yeah.
I'll just go again, hello. I'll just go like this, share screen, this one. I'll do a new, I'll do a googly-goo, okay? Google.
Yeah.
God, you think Google, and I'll type in here, NVX ASX. Yeah, what is it doing? So today, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 5 days. Yep. So had a pump. When was that? On Friday. Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it's this 5.
It's going sideways, essentially.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Last Tuesday.
What's that, 1 month, is it?
Tuesday it pumped, But look, it's still 560 and now it's 490. So yeah, in the past month it's gone down. Past 6 months, it feels like it's still around that $5 from now.
It's it's roughly going between 480 and 580.
Yeah,
that sort of range is the current range.
And the last time I was at that range was back here in October, and then it went from October
to start of December,
November to start of December. So a couple of months it went from $5 to $12.
Yeah. And
then fucking
doubled in a bit.
Boom, 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 boom. It looked like I was going to hold there and just fucking dive down.
Well, then that's the war. When the war started.
Blame the Russians.
Yeah.
Those fucking Russians. We got it way back here.
Yeah.
So we're about double still, but it's all, I mean, it's easy to say be happy with double, but like
not when we're at $12.40.
Yeah. But It's not going to change anything. Is this gone from $12 to $5 and all this good news has come out and this fucking war, it's gone down. But has this changed the fundamentals of Novonix?
No.
Has this changed
not long term.
The fact that the world is going electric vehicle, that everything is going? Has this changed the fact that, and there was another point I forgot, but even those first 2 points, has this changed the fact that America and Australia need their own supply?
No, it's become even more critical with this war. That's one thing that's been highlighted.
It's become even more critical with this war.
Yeah.
You're fucking right.
Yeah.
No, you are right.
Yeah.
Cuz,
all right.
2 Aussie investors, we did it.
Good one. I like that one tonight.
Oh,
that was a good one.
Best. It's the best. Okay. But everything else is good in your life?
Yeah, all good here. Busy.
Okay. Well, next Monday. We'll do it again next Monday.
Good. No worries. All
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Hooray.
See ya. How do I do this? I've got to press this button. End me.